I can get a job anywhere just like you because just of who you are and your work ethic, right? Um,
No.
but was it fulfilling? I literally I think about going back to corporate when I would think about going back to corporate America, I would have this feeling like, do I want to do this for another 4 or 5 years? And you're working for another company, so it's the CEO, you're growing you're helping grow and contribute to that company, but you're not doing anything for yourself. Like meaning you could be doing all of those things for your own company. If you have entrepreneur spirit, not everybody has it. Not everybody can be one. Okay. So I'm not saying everybody go entrepreneur, but if you do, why not push hard for your own business to succeed? Because if I was able to help another company open up another call center in another city and make all this money, another company save millions of dollars, like why can that not be my company? That if I create a company and I grow that company, that I'm making that kind of money for myself, for my family, for my future generations. And that's why I can't go into another, like if I go and interview to another company and I if I get it, I'm gonna get excited about getting the job, but it is just the thought that I'm going to waste another 4 or 5 years because I don't move. I don't like moving around. And when I'm there, I love people. So I will fall in love with my team. I'll make them like me because, I like them and show them who I am and every milestone makes you want to push harder and move up and excel, but those are like this is precious time that you could be doing growing your company. Your time with your family. I never put my family first. I hate to say that. Like, I mean, I thought I was because I was working, the money that I was bringing to the table, but I wasn't spending quality time with my kids. I wasn't able to participate in a lot of like school functions because I was more worried about work. And I always held those high positions. So it required me to be at work most of the time. I love what you're saying that you are giving yourself, and okay, so now fast forward, you saw what you could do in just 3 weeks. Doesn't that just
It's
solidify
very
your faith
gratifying.
and know
Yeah.
that it is
It's,
possible and that's just the start?
well, even deeper, I realized too, it's all in God's timing, right? I had to tell myself that. I had to learn the hard part first before I could get to the good part.
Hmm.
Because God knows me and he knows that I needed to not just know it with my head because I knew it with my head is the thing because I started business before, but I did it with partners. I wasn't alone, so I wasn't like feeling it.
Hmm.
Also, we had my cat.
Your cat? That's hilarious. He's like, pay
Okay.
attention to me.
Yeah. So because of these partners I had and we had investors, we had a foot to stand on. Like I wasn't feeling it in my heart. I feel like God felt like only again my cat. Did you hear that?
Yeah, what is that?
My cat was just jumping around on my couch and my plants and stuff. He just ran off, so he's good. Um
Cute.
he oh, so I wasn't like feeling it like the actual roughness in my heart back then, but I saw it and I acknowledged it with my brain. So like I was very aware of what I was about to jump into, but I was not my heart was not aware of what I was about to jump into. And so I feel like I needed to learn it to its full extent before I could feel relief. And only I think God knew only a year and a half of me struggling was going to teach me what could happen. So, what this tells me is that although I'm feeling relief now, I need to be smart because this could happen again, but on a larger scale after some growth has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need to also prepare and strategize. And I need to actually change my way, which this is another thing that my school is helping me with too, because like virtual assistants, we're fixing to get, our jobs are fixing to be taken away. They're fixing to get replaced. Oh, there's a ton of like, okay, so like, for instance, in the industry, everyone knows there's virtual assistants in the Philippines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, if you do your research, virtual assistants in the Philippines, they are fantastic virtual assistants at one thing, and that thing is customer service. If you want cheap customer service with solid quality, go to the Philippines. They got you. You want them to organize your email inbox? Yeah, it ain't happening. It, I mean, they'll do it. It's not going to be a great job.
Can I
Like,
give
you'll
you an
still be
example?
disorganized.
I'm going
Yeah.
to give you an example. At Chase, when I was working there, I mean, this is a long time ago. Okay, so I've not been there for, I don't know, more than 10 years. Um, the Philippines had a call center, and then we had the call centers in the Americas, in Latin America, and everything. The call center in I believe it was in the Manila call center in the Philippines. They were the nicest. Like, this is where we started getting customer service surveys. Like, the at the end of the call, where press one for, customers, to
Oh,
rate the person, the caller, and all. So we started getting rated. Our call center was not rated high with customer service experience with the representative. I mean, maybe the like the everything else, but not the customer service. It was horrible because our people were
yeah.
rude, because whenever the customer was mad, they wanted to get even and then talk back, and the customer didn't like that. They wanted to be heard, and they wanted the problem solved. They didn't want attitude back. And so Manila, their customer service was high, but in the resolution, did they solve your problem? Manila rated low. They never solved the problem. They probably had to call back because they probably lied to them, or whatever they said was going to happen didn't happen, or didn't solve the
Yeah.
problem. But our resolution was very high. Like, we got the job done, we resolved the problem, but our customer service was horrible. So I do believe in that they're I mean, they'll talk. That's sometimes, even when you call yourself to T-Mobile or whatever service that you have, like company, if you get someone from the Philippines, you already know they're going to be extra nice, but they may
Yeah.
not solve the problem. So sometimes you want to talk to someone in the States, because, and not to talk bad about the Philippines. I know that there probably are some really good ones, but um, like, the resolution piece is key. And I do not have any doubt customer service and resolution together, and the AI now,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
can do
yeah.
both.
So that was my point, was that the Philippines customer service, they're in the next 10 years, they're going to be gone. All customer service virtual assistants, your jobs are fixing to get taken away by
Mhm.
AI for sure. And not just customer service. Like, there's lots of things that VAs do that are going to get taken over by AI. Social media, there's so many people helping out and advertising. I do social media. Just let me know what your strategy is and we'll come up with a strategy plan. AI does it for you. There's an AI system right now that will not just like um, schedule posts and create content, but it'll also engage with your audience. It'll reply to comments. It'll share things for you, things that you would share. Like, it'll learn you. So like, you spend some time talking with it, and you just do it every so often. Talk with your AI every so often, and then it learns you, and it learns as you grow. It learns different things. Are you
Mhm.
doing something new? Are you writing a book? Okay, let's share this thing because this person is an author and they just wrote this brand new book, let's support other authors since you're becoming another author now. Like it the more you learn, the more that your AI learns you, the more it's going to do for you.
Right.
Um,
It learns you, and then there's an app, it's called Caption.
yeah.
You record yourself talking, and you can have that recording create like an avatar of you, and now that will create videos for you. Like if it's you talking, but it's really your AI. It sounds like you, it looks like you. It's crazy. Um,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's just one. There's so many more. But yeah, I agree with you. I was talking to you about how we're now, it looks like we're moving forward. I'm already starting to
Yeah, tell
build.
me about your stuff, your real estate
Yes.
stuff. How's that going?
So finally, the first house that we're building, it's almost done. I would say it's been very slow process. It feels like it's never going to finish getting built. But I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel with that one. And then I already broke ground with my second one. It's so exciting. That one, I'm using a self-directed IRA, so money from my IRA account that's not going to get taxed. And I
Oh,
learned this,
nice.
that you could do that, and you don't have to pay taxes. It's going to go right back to your IRA account once you sell it, and that's how you grow it and continue to move forward with that. But I'm super excited because we're already in this stage of building the actual form, and by next week we should already be pouring the foundation, the concrete. And
Oh,
yes, so it's moving pretty fast. I'm like, wow. So this developer dream of mine that actually it wasn't a dream at the beginning. I was introduced into it, and my dream is to open up an RV park, like a resort style RV park, but building homes just kind of landed on my plate. And I thought it would be something that would take me a lot longer to grasp. But no, it's actually coming together. The second one I'm managing on my own. The first one I have a manager that's just doing all the managing. The second one I'm managing on my own with the help of my mentors. And let me tell you, I mean, it is amazing to see it come to life. I am still at awe. I can't believe it's happening, and I'm yet to see both of them getting fully built out and putting it out on the market. But you and I were talking about this, like how we had dreams. We were talking about what we wanted to do with our entrepreneurship. We had a terrible last 2024 year. It wasn't as fruitful as we wanted it to be. There were ups, there were downs, there were more downs than ups. There were great
yeah.
things about it that we were able to spend more time with the family, but being an entrepreneur, I told you, you have to have a lot of faith in God, because in one day you can go from, yes, I'm going to have a closing, or I have this client in your case, and I'm going to make X amount of money. And then on the same day, they'll call me in my real estate business and say, you know what, we may have to terminate contract. And
Yeah.
then towards the end of the day, I'm here trying to save it, and I'm, like trying to pull everything I can, all of my resources to save the deal. And then like the money gets pushed, the closing gets pushed to the next month, mid-month or something. And then either it goes through or it doesn't go through. Sometimes it go, like last year, it was like a lot of stuff not going through. This year is like, okay, it finally went through. I mean, I literally can tell you that my emotions, I start happy, I get anxiety throughout the day, then I get sad, and I might even cry out of frustration. And then towards the end of the day,